You're watching Justice with Judge Maybelline. We're back with the case of Wes Jordy, who is suing Jake Bronson for lost wages.
Go on. So what happened next?
I was trying to be gracious and say thank you, but here I am, dizzy and almost unable to see. Finally, they disperse, and I was going through such a panic attack that I actually had to go home. I couldn't even drive. I had to call a taxi. I left my car at the office. I went home. I composed myself. It took me all night. I get into work the next morning, and
You didn't do that assignment.
I could hardly breathe, Your Honor.
So bottom line is you didn't complete the assignment.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
All right, so you go back to work the next day, then what happened?
So I go back to work the next day. He asked me what happened. I tell him what happened. I asked him why this surprise party happened after I disclosed to him my phobia. And he could see that I was still distraught, so he said that I could take the entire week off.
Your Honor, it was not a week off.
I'm going to get to you in a minute.
He said that I could take the entire week off. Little did I know that was him firing me because
So you took the entire week off, you came back to work and he fired you.
Exactly.
Okay, that's all you have to say. Get there.
Not the week off.
That's an easy thing to say. I took the
It wasn't
entire
the
week
week
off,
off.
came back, he told me I was fired.
It was not the week off.
Okay, what happened?
During through the training, like Wes wasn't really picking up quite as quickly as I liked, and I didn't see improvement over the whole period of time, and so we started having these problems, like the first incident and the second incident, and when it came time to the birthday party where everything fell apart, and I
You mean when he didn't get that job assignment completed?
Right, exactly. So what happened was, I was like, okay, look, I understand you're under distress. I said, you take the day off, but after that, for the week, you need to work from home. You need to fulfill your obligations as a personal assistant from home that week. And there were just...
So you didn't give him a week off? You just
No,
let him work from home?
I didn't give him a week off.
Okay, do you recall that he gave you a week to work from home?
Your Honor, I remember it as him saying a week off.
Which means you didn't have to do any work that week?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor.
That was my understanding.
No, I would not give... I know he can work from home. I know after that incident, give him the day off where you didn't have to work, but from that period on, for the whole week, you can still work from home.
And let me see that contract. And what state are we talking about?
Montana?
So he terminated you during the 6 months probationary period.
Correct.
And he can terminate you on notice, and he gave you notice, or he can terminate you on cause.
He terminated me the day of. There was no
That's notice.
the
It
day.
didn't say how long the notice had to be. It's open. It's blank. It's blank.
To my
On
understanding, notice means like a 2-week period, but
But you said yourself when he told you to go home and work that week, that was really terminating you.
that ended up being terminated.
No, you said, I knew that's what that was leading
No,
you to.
no, Your Honor. I didn't realize that that's what was happening. I thought that he was just letting me recover.
No, that's not what you, but you said it out of your mouth, not me. It's really blank. The contract doesn't say how much notice he's required to give you to terminate. Like California, it's at will termination. And they can, the employer can terminate you at will. They don't have to give you notice, but they have to give you sufficient notice and pay you for the days that you didn't work, that you're not going to work. But they don't have to give you a reason for it. They don't have to lay out all the reasoning and all of that. It doesn't have to be cause. They can just say, you know what, I don't want to work for you anymore. I don't want you to work for me anymore. You're gone. Bottom line is, Montana is not an at-will state, but during the probationary period, they can terminate you without cause. But after the probationary period, they need to have cause to terminate you. And it says generally they can just terminate during the probationary period. Didn't give any time limitation, didn't say how long. So you're in the probationary period. He doesn't have to have cause. He doesn't have to give you any particular notice. It's not a question of whether you would have been forgiven for your mistake. He, as the employer, is not required to do any of those things under Montana employment laws. So all of what you think is fair or is not fair does not amount to a hill of beans. It doesn't matter.
Phobophobia is fear of surprises. I was not expecting to be surprised
You go.
twice in 3 months.
Okay. All right. what you should do in all fairness is before you get the job, you may want to disclose and say, I don't like surprises. You may.
Perhaps.
In most jobs, they celebrate birthdays and celebrate weddings and celebrate this and celebrate that.
I know.
Give any old reason to celebrate.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes.
I thought I was safe here, but they love surprises.
Mm-hmm. They do. Judgment for the defendant.
Thank you.
Judge Maybelline has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I cannot believe that you got away with this. Was all your fault.
And I just think you really misunderstood the situation. And I hope the best for you in the future.
Coming up.
You both signed the lease for the second year. You